Hello, everybody. It is me, Demetra Kaye, and I hope you're having a great day. This is the African Diaspora News Channel, and I'll wait for everybody else to come on here. I'll be here for about a half an hour. So right off the top, I like to say that I am going to take the first 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to give you the last 15 minutes. I'm going to have a conversation with you about why we are here. And of course, we are here to talk about shilling and selling. Anti-Blackness for white supremacy comes with a heavy price. Now, I'm going to tie that in with the life of Lincoln Perry. A lot of y'all know who that is. And if you don't, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you. And I'm also going to tie it in with some of the people in modern day time that may or may not be shilling and selling anti-Blackness to white supremacy. And I'm going to name a few, and I'm going to ask y'all to name a few. This is going to be like a play along type of thing. But while I am waiting for everybody to come on in here and leave a comment so I know that you're here, I like to say that at the bottom here, the crawler is what we call it, the scrolling thing. We are asking that if you haven't already joined the African Diaspora News Channel app, please do so right away today. Do not delay, as we need you over there, as it is Black-owned media. What you see me on now is not Black-owned media. Even though you see me, I'm very Black, not owned by us, right? But of course, the African Diaspora News Channel app is owned by us. All you got to do is go to your Play Store on your phone, whatever that is, Apple, Google, Obama phone, Jitterbug, whatever it is, right? Go to that Play Store and download the app and invest in it. It's a very small investment. As Brother Phil always says, it's 31 cents a day. 31 cents a day. You got it. I know you got it. You can dig under your couch cushions and your car. You know, the little cup holder is there. So we thank you in advance for that. Baby Goat, what's going on with you? William Moody, what's up? And Talia, I hope I said that right. Hope that you are doing well. What else do we have here? So I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll be here next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then guess what? Next month, I'll be here 4 days a week. Oh my God, I don't know if you can handle that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started for the sake of time. So anyway, as you guys know, Jeff, how you doing? As you guys know, there's a lot of shilling going on, but it's nothing new, right? Now, for those of you who don't know what shilling is, it's basically doing something or saying something at the behest of, let's say, the oppressor to gain something by it, right? Now, we've heard the term used a lot, especially with the last election season, in regards to the Democrats, right? Now, if I say shill, one of the names that come to mind might be a Roland Martin or Joy Reid, right? And there's a whole lot of them. But nevertheless, every time I think of a shill or someone that is selling anti-Blackness to or for white supremacy, the one person that always comes to my mind is that of Lincoln Perry. Now, I'm going to show y'all a short video of who he is, and then I'm going to get into further explanation of who he really is. And a lot of y'all probably already know. So here we go. And then it's going to stop, and I'm going to tell you who he is.
George Bernard Shaw?
Yes.
You're a little sunburned, aren't you?
Yes, but see, I'm an outdoor man.
All right, get outdoors.
I want to come inside and ask you, can you use a man who can play a good Mephisto piccolo?
No.
You somebody who can do rugs. See the lingering step, that's huddle with the shingling step, that's puddle with the lingering step, that's scuttle with a break, that use no strain is a 1, 2, 3, 4 crossword puzzle step, 5, 6, 7, 8 bulldog muzzle step, a double step, 9, 10 puzzle and muzzle break again. Use no strain when you're nonchalant, break it with the step.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Lincoln Perry, also known as Step and Fetch It. Now, Lincoln Theodore Monroe Andrew Perry, and his parents named him after a bunch of presidents. I was born in 1902, died in 1985, known by his stage name, Step and Fetch It. He was a controversial and complicit figure in Hollywood history. He was the first Black actor to become a millionaire and receive featured screen credits, but he did so by performing in demeaning roles that reinforce racist stereotypes. Now, his rise to fame, again, he was born in Key West, Florida, to West Indian immigrants. So I think he was Bahamian, his mom and dad were. Now, Perry ran away from home as a teenager to join a traveling circus. He started his career in vaudeville, developing a comic character called the laziest man in the world. That was truly his moniker. White folks in Hollywood, they wanted him to go by that name, and he sure did, as y'all could see, as he was kind of having a conversation, I guess if you want to call it that, with the guy in the little clip there. Now, he named his character Step and Fetch It, possibly after a racehorse. Now, success in films, Perry parlayed his vaudeville act into a film career in the late 1920s. Producers were impressed by his unique character, leading to his breakthrough in the 1927 silent film In Old Kentucky. Hollywood, so he was a millionaire by the 1930s. Perry was a sensation and became the first actor to earn $1 million. Now, $1 million in the 1930s was a lot of money, okay? Now, he worked alongside major stars like Will Rogers and Shirley Temple and lived an extravagant lifestyle with a fleet of cars and multiple servants. Now, the persona of Step and Fetch It is slow-talking, shuffling, dim-witted character, embodied an exaggerated negative stereotype of Black men. Perry was a shrewd performer and strategist who understood how to exploit these perceptions for fame and wealth. Now, as civil rights movement gained momentum, Perry's character came under intense scrutiny. Black leaders condemned the role for perpetuating harmful images, and his career began to decline in the late 1930s. Now, after leaving Hollywood, he went bankrupt in 1947. Now, while many viewed the character as an embarrassing relic of minstrelsy, or others, including Black film historians, have re-examined Perry's work, some argued he was a brilliant trickster who subtly subverted the racist system from within. Though his views remained debated. Listen, I can read. But basically what they're saying is, with that character, he later explained it like, oh, I was pretending to get to be you. And he really was a smart man. He was really, really smart. He was a journalist and a whole host of things, but he got a big break to do these things. So when he learned that Black Americans were mad at the portrayal, he was like, listen, I wasn't really, I was getting over on white people by portraying that role. But unfortunately, he died an alcoholic, alone and broke, like at the actor's retirement home is where he ended up living. Now, he did become friends with that of Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. Some say that he converted to the Nation of Islam, but some say that he didn't, because I guess he was buried in a Catholic graveyard and all the other stuff. But I like to talk about William Perry. Let me remove him. I like to talk about him because whenever I think of somebody who is shilling, for a lack of better words, it always comes to my mind. Now, one person in particular that came to mind and kind of why I thought about doing this is Officer Tatum. Now, a lot of y'all may or may not know who he is. He's big time MAGA. He also, I don't know if he's still with Turning Point. I've been seeing some chatter online that he may not be. Now, Turning Point USA was Charlie Kirk's organization, and he had the title of Urban Development something. And so what he would do is go around, and I guess he still does, maybe on his own, representing Black America, Black people to some degree. And he's also said that things like white supremacy is not a thing. There's no white privilege. And if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm a Black man and this, that, the other. Well, it sounds like he's getting a little bit of a wake-up call, because them folks especially have begun to call him out, right? Now, this dude here, Jake Shields, I actually saw this last week. He flat out called him, oh, I don't have my little friend here, but he called him a raccoon, okay? And so Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum is his name, was like, well, how dare he? I'm a black man. This is racist. And it's like, wait a minute now. I thought you said racism is kind of not a thing, right? It's like, what are we doing here? So then Jake goes a step further and he puts a whole poll out. And he says, what should Officer Tatum's nickname be? And of course, y'all see I had to blank it out for obvious reasons. Well, one of them was, should it be, the raccoon? The other one was, can't say that word either. The word Netanyahu, because he's been accused of, shilling for them people over there. Big time, right? They're like on his bumper. And then the other one, they said, well, we'll leave it up to you. What do you want to call him? And then one dude, y'all can read his name. He says, Hakta Tatum. Now, that's some white woman that was doing something disgusting. Y'all can look her up, but I won't tell you all that. But they said that should be his name because he loves being spit on. Now, apparently, he went over there with them people, and they were spitting on him. And I guess that was something he was saying, that they was spitting on him. So now all of these people who he was tap dancing for are starting to say, well, and why, who does he think he is? So I thought that was kind of funny. But again, I thought about Lincoln Perry, and I want to say this too, before I get into the comment section about Lincoln Perry. He came up in a time where, work was either you're a butler, I don't know, a chauffeur or whatever it is, right? So then vaudeville, y'all know that's kind of what they call the Chitlin circuit, where you have to be the mammy and all of that. Yeah, awesome. Because as y'all saw in the clip, you could hardly even understand what he was saying, but that's what white supremacy wanted. They thought that was so funny. Oh, yes, look at him. He's making us laugh because black people was like, huh? But white folks loved it. Again, he became the first black millionaire in the 1930s due to his portrayal of black men, the laziest man in the world, where and he was on Our Gang, right? The Little Rascals, I think for an episode, but whatever happened with that, he didn't return. But even with that, he was like, I can't read. So the little kids was having to read to him and stuff. But then, of course, when they were done with him, he didn't know what to do with that. He really didn't know. He was lost. Like, okay, what do I do? But remember, black people back then was like, you can't really come over here because we asked you and you knew how we felt. You knew how we felt about what you were doing to the image. Because let's not keep it a buck. White folks never thought that black people were, astute and kingly and queen. They never thought that in the first place. So we won't put that squarely on his shoulder, but he furthered the narrative. Now, mind you, we had all kind of people and still do, right, that were doing great things in society. During that time, we had all kind of Wall Streets and Slocums and Rose. We had all that stuff, but he wanted to go on with that portrayal. So when he tried to come back to Black America, no, I don't think so. So he had, some bad luck per se. Of course, he was drinking a lot and he died broke. And so when I think of him, I think of a lot of people, like I said, and I see y'all putting some people in there already. Oh, Lord. I think of people like Roland Martin. I don't think that he's down on his luck, but we know that he was kind of up there, right? He was considered to be the sweetheart of black media at one point in time, right? Roland was the go-to. Then y'all heard about all the things that happened at CNN with Hillary Clinton and Donna Brazile. I ain't going to get into all of that. Y'all can look it up. Of course, Joy Reid. They showed her the door, but then a little bit after they showed her the door, she wanted to tell everybody, well, they only paid me $3 million a year, and they paid what's her name, Rachel Maddow, like $30 million or something like that. And she was lamenting about that. It was like, well, what you telling us for? Because you sure had a mean tap dance while you was getting that $3 million a year, and you knew your white counterpart was getting way more than that. So what do you want us to know that for? Of course, we know Al Sharpton. I think he's still shilling. I don't know if he's gotten a wake-up call yet, if that'll ever happen. But yeah, he's at Ultimate Shield. Then we got to go to the other side. You have Omarosa, who was in the White House, and they literally threw her out of the White House because y'all remember she told Black Americans, y'all going to bow down to Trump. He was like, yeah, okay. Then, of course, RIP to Herman Cain, Mr. 999, who was shilling. He was shilling for Trump. And then he ended up with the vid, you know what I mean? The virus. We'll say that because we can't say a whole lot about it. He ended up with the virus, and he's gone on, rest his soul. And then I just showed y'all Officer Brandon Tatum. And I want to tell y'all a story quickly about me, and then I'll get into the comment section. See, I always tell people this. I myself, I could be wealthy. See that house back there? I can have one of them, like Madam C.J. Walker. I can have all that on the beach. I can have cars on cars and all kind of stuff if I was to do that, because I'm talented enough to shield, right? Oh, black people, y'all, we just need to get over. We don't deserve reparations. And I could be doing all that. But see, I know there's a price. I know there's a price to pay to sell your people out and to shield for them other folks. Yeah, they're going to give you some money. Yeah, and I ain't going to say no other names because I want to see what y'all come up with. But they'll give you a lot of money. But when they done with you, they done with you. Then your people, right? They say, what do you want us to do? You're not coming to the cookout because you was eating nasty casserole with them people until they start messing with you. So don't do it. It's not worth it. Always make sure you show up for your people in the right way because, it'll pay off in the long run. You don't ever need to sell out and shield and do anti-blackness so that those people will give you a little pat on the head, because at the end of the day, that's all it really is. And we don't want them touching our hair. Anyway, let's see who's here. Thank you for bearing with me. Rosalini, I hope I said that right. How you doing, Tamara? What's going on with you? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Robert, how you doing? Says, sweet morning, honey, sunshine. We know we could do everything. You better tell him again. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh, Jeff. Said Angela Rye. You think she's a shield? Think so? Why? If you don't mind me asking. I'm not saying she's not. I just want to know why you think that. Sister Shirley, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Gloria, thank you so much for gifting that membership. Love and appreciate you dearly, and hope you're having a great day. And Shinigami, what is going on with you? Oh, he says, are you black? He says the color isn't making sense. Definitely not the nation. I don't even know what that means. Because clearly you can see I'm black. Now my shirt is black. I'm a little bit more brown, but baby, I'm black. If that's what you were meaning, right? But how you doing? What happened to humanity? How you doing? So they will find out soon enough. Some of them already are. You ain't lying. Sister Sunlight, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Simply Sandra, hope that you are well. This is Thursday, right? Thursday morning. Sam, what's going on with you? Cameron was up. You said, sound like today's rappers. Oh, man. You know what? That's why, because I kept, as I was, putting these videos together, it was longer. I was like, nah, I ain't going to make it longer. But as I kept listening to that, I was like, yeah, he got a little something going on there. And I was joking with my daughter. I said, I'm surprised nobody kind of like remade that, but you're absolutely right. It does sound like a lot of rappers. Somebody wanted to, I ain't going to say it because my daughter going to get mad, but they say he looked like a rapper that's, big today, but I won't say his name. Angela, how you doing? Says, we are the truly blessed people as our God's great creation. We are truly impeccably special. The Neanderthals are aware and work against our God to destroy us. Or they can't work against God because God has built this a little bit differently than that, right? You could try, but you'll fail. And we are God's people for sure. Miss Obsidian, how you doing? Said he looks like the sunken place. Well, yeah, he was like, either I could be a butler, the shoe shine, or whatever. I could go to Hollywood and all of that. Again, he was very accomplished. He was a journalist, so he had other skills. But y'all got to remember back then, just kind of how we were set up with certain things. Yeah, he could have wrote or did articles, I guess, for Black people. And I'm not sure if he did. I don't think it was a Black newspaper he was writing for. But, the money was probably a little bit slower. So Hollywood, they always looking for somebody, to shine on and all of that. And he made a lot of money. I'm not saying it was right, but I get it. That makes sense. Shinigami said, oh, he's a Bahamian, not Black. Well, I don't know if they consider themselves to be Black. They say he's not Black American and all of that. Mike Nice, how you doing? Hope that you were well. Shan, how are you? I am fine. No complaints. Who else haven't I seen? And Swami says he shouldn't have mocked us. He may have kept some of that cabbage. Yeah. But that's true for a lot of them. I don't care if you are Bahamian, you Jamaican, whatever it is. When you sell your people out, that comes with a price. Because, you know, white people get tired of that kind of stuff. And they go find the next one that's doing something that's bigger and better. Who's going to really, you know, and then also you got to remember too, like just thinking about Officer Tatum there. We're in a time now to where those people, especially under the new Trump and the Trump administration again, rather, they feel like we don't have to bite our tongue no more. We could call them any kind of thing we want. Nobody's going to do anything to us. So they're like, we don't need an Officer Tatum anymore because we needed to hide behind him, right? We needed to hide behind him and let him do all the shilling, talking bad about Black people, but we could do it ourselves now. So beat it, you know? So yeah, truth to power, how you doing? You say, why did he die broke? Wasn't his estate better protected? Well, you know, he stopped working. I think it said like at the 1947, he wasn't working anymore. They're like, we don't need you. So, you know, of course, when you get that kind of money, they said 13 house servants, and he said to himself they were Chinese. So I don't know if that was a thing, but he had 13 Chinese servants. He had cars. He had, you know, I don't know how much the house cost, but you know, you get the living high on the hog. But then the work dried up and the money dried up. Right? So then they said he tried to get into making music and things like that, but it wasn't well received. So he had to go under a hidden name. So it just didn't really work out for him. But yeah, when you live high on a hog like that, you got to keep that money coming in. So yeah, and Angel, how you doing? Says interesting how Euro Latinos and Euro Indians claim to be brown skin and Mediterranean call themselves olive. How is it skin tones are even taken from us? So you're saying our skin tones are taken from us? I don't know. Chronic, how you doing? Hope you're well. He says, I know it's a serious matter, but I'm dying laughing at those names. Y'all can tell me if I'm lying or not. I'm just saying. Yes, Ryan. Yes. See, I couldn't think of them all, you know. But Charles Barkley, yeah, he do a shilling. He a good shilling. And it's crazy. Yes, Miss Obsidian. Myron Gaines. Yeah, oh, Jasmine Crockett is definitely a shield for the Democrats, but she got her wake-up call because I guess when they was doing some type of vote or something, she was trying to run for something. They pretty much said that she's not a good team player. And then she ran off talking about, well, I'm just going to go to the Black church and I'm leaving the Democrats alone for a while. And it's like, why? You learned that you was doing all that for nothing, which everybody tried to tell you stop doing it because we knew you wasn't really about that life, right? But yeah, you essentially, step and fetch it because he was accomplished. She's accomplished, but you decided to do that. We'll always know Jasmine Crockett for that. And it's sad because she sounds like she's smart, but she chose to do that. Yeah. Jeff says, we ain't heard ish from Omarosa since 2020. Yeah, that was a heck of a wake-up call, wasn't it? Trenton Makes, how you doing? Says Democrats and Republicans are grabbing these shields young now too. Yeah, and then they'll be washed up eventually because there'll be a bigger, better, stronger shield somewhere. Daryl LaFille, I hope I said that right. How you doing? Except from Pine Tops, North Carolina. Yes, Sister Shirley. Joy Reed. Oh gosh, the Hodge twins. Whew, they got their wake up call when they asked that white dude that was making that I don't know, village or town or whatever it is, all white town in Arkansas. They said, can we come live? They literally asked him on Twitter, and he says, no, y'all can't. But y'all can make a house next door to the community, but you ain't welcome. It's like, and then they said, we understand. Okay. I ain't gonna say his name and see if somebody else will say it. I don't want to give it all away. Brogu, how you doing? Said Angela Rye. No reparations, no vote. How you doing? Pop, how are you? Anubis, what's going on with you? Says never sell out, never, ever, ever. It could be, it's so easy to do, but it's hard to get out of. Oh my God. Mike Nice, you say Jesse Lee Peterson. Ooh, that was the one that wanted to make a white history, White History Month. And I think he was serious. I don't know how to take Jesse Lee Peterson because he just be doing too much. It's like, surely this is an act. So Maybe he's related to Stephen Fetchit. I don't know. Melanated Mantra, how you doing? Oh, you better not put Shannon Sharp in there. Yeah, but Shannon Sharp, he got to be up in there. Boy, that $10 million wake-up call. 10 million. You know, I ain't really want to watch Shannon Sharp after all of that. I was like, man, $10 million? Yikes. But yeah, he definitely counts because, yeah. Pop says, Tatum, you know, I knew you wasn't going to act right, but I expect that from you because that's just you, and we love you for it. Miss Obsidian says, you mean, you know what, y'all ain't have to do Shannon Sharp like that. Rosa, how you doing? Simply Chandra says, Demetra, you have seen what a singer Lionel Richie has been saying about Michael Jackson. So I've seen him caping for Charlie Kirk. I don't even know who Lionel. I know who Lionel Richie is. Lord have mercy. That's age speaking. You mean hello? Yes. What has he been saying about Michael Jackson? Please don't tell me it's anything bad. And that doesn't surprise me about him and Charlie Kirk. I mean, he got a shield to keep getting what he's getting, which you wouldn't think he needs to, right? He's Lionel Richie of the Commodores, but I guess. Hero, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I see your emojis. Rams, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. You know what, Pop? I ain't gonna do it. GS, how you doing? Says Shaquan Barkley, Ice Cube. Oh no, we got to take Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg off the list. You say the guy on CNN used to be good friends with Trumpy, Hakeem Jeffries, Maxine Waters, the bald-headed lady who bomb rushed person, because I thought you were talking about another bald-headed lady, but I know who you talk about. You talking about Simone Sanders. Yeah, she was lying back in that day for Biden. Yeah, but y'all, we can't put Ice Cube and Snoop on the list. At least not my list. Brogu says, I'm sorry, but Jesse Lee Peterson is funny when he say beta. Yeah, I don't listen to him much. I've seen clips of him here and there. I just can't take him seriously because it's like, come on, man, surely them biscuits ain't that good for you to be doing a White History Month. Really, you ain't gonna be able to celebrate it. It looked like maybe he was trying to, because he kind of looks like he was doing a Charlemagne thing with the white tenacious, the skin bleaching cream. I don't know. Maybe he's Charlemagne's daddy. I don't know. But yeah, he surely would not be able to go celebrate White History Month. But there he is advocating for it. It's like they have White History Month. It's called all the months of the year. Now, I guess that's in juxtaposition to that of Black History Month. Because, you know, first it was like a week. Now it's a month. And I think we got to share it with some other people and stuff too. I don't know. But for us, Black History Month is all the time. At least it should be. Right? I brought, let's see, I read that one. And Philly, how you doing? Yes, Ice Cube is definitely Black first. Absolutely. You know, he's not perfect, right? He has some bumps and bruises, but Ice Cube is about that life. If you ever have a chance to read The Contract with Black America, he was talking about Black Americans, right? You listen to some of his music, you know that Ice Cube is a solid brother. Now, I don't say that because I love Ice Cube. As a matter of fact, let me see. Show y'all how much I love Ice Cube before we leave. You can hardly see it, but Ice Cube is my screensaver. The heck? So I might be a little bit biased, but that's okay. Trenton, you say you screaming, I'm sorry, screaming. She's talking about Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, his shield comes in waves, right? Now it sounds like he's shilling for MAGA. I don't know, but his shield is he's a multi-shiller. Does that make sense? Cassava Boo. I hope I said that right, but how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. And simply, it says Lionel Richie said that Michael was wearing his pants too long and he didn't have good hygiene. I couldn't believe it. They say he has a book coming out. It's sad, actually. I really love Michael Jackson too, even to the point to where I want to verbally fight people sometimes. I need to deal with that. But yeah, Michael Jackson smelled. I mean, okay. I'm sure Lionel Richie probably smells like curl activator or whatever it is, but ain't nobody talking about him. But see, I hate when people talk about people when they're no longer here to defend themselves. But, you know, in some of the clips that we've seen about Michael Jackson, we know that he had a mean clapback game, right? So, of course, Lionel is a coward and he's going to talk about Michael now that he's no longer here. But Lionel should be shunned. I don't know if he was really considered to be pro-Black. I don't know. I've never seen it. But yeah, we're not paying him no mind at all. Lolo, how you doing? Yeah, Candace Owens, she definitely on the list. And I think she's starting to get her wake-up call. Because I see a lot of Black people say, oh, Candace is all right. Is she? Is she all right? Or is she like, let me get back to my peoples? Because, she started off suing with the NAACP, them folks, but now she with them folks and all that. So I think she might be trying to, hey, big head, how y'all doing? But we on her. So anyway, Jeffy say, when will they pew pew is one of my favorite songs by Ice Cube. Bro Goose says, I absolutely love Ice Cube. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, and Baby Go said, who was the person you were waiting to name? Oh, shoot, y'all know I'm so old, I be forgetting. Who was it? Because I'm out of time, but I can't remember. I'm so old. My mind just goes, pew. Well, somebody I was going to, I think somebody might have said Jason Whitlock. Did we say just Jason Whitlock? Yeah, Nick Fuentes called him to the carpet. Nick Fuentes, he hates Black people with a passion, right? But he was like, how dare Jason Whitlock be able to say the things that we can't say? He gets to say this word and that word and talk about Black people, but he's only making money because we can't do it. And it's like, well, at least he's honest, right? Jason Whitlock was serving the purpose of white supremacy for a long time. Now he's on YouTube with the rest of us. Still trying to do it, but now they're calling him to the carpet. It's like, man, no more butter biscuits for you because first of all, you had too many. Anyway, I love and appreciate every last one of y'all. I will see y'all. Hey, Mayanne, hope you're doing well. I will see y'all next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday. But in the meantime, y'all watch all the other lovely content on this channel as there is so much for you all to see. And again, Joseph, how you doing? Says she's not right. She is smooth with her griff. And I think you're talking about Candace. Anyway, love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Don't forget to get the app. Peace.